Ms. Duckworth.
I thank the chairman. I want to thank my good friend, the gentlewoman from California, for bringing this important amendment forward, and I'm proud to co-sponsor it. I think it's, as we debate this issue, I think it's important to remember what women in combat have already done and accomplished. Even though we've been excluded from certain positions, women have served in this nation's military whenever possible. They're already in these combat positions. And yes, we're talking about officially opening new combat positions, but frankly, it's already happening. You have infantry units, you have ground units that have female medics attached to them. You have females out there already carrying 80-pound rucksacks and wearing the gear and stressing their pelvis muscles and their musculoskeletal structures. It's already happening. I think that by adding more hoops to make the department go through, we're simply just slowing down the process. And removing this language allows us to reflect the current realities within the military. It allows us to move beyond words and confinements that are antiquated. It recognizes efforts the department has already made and continues to make in expanding the service capabilities of women. I've heard these arguments time and again about reviewing medically whether or not women can do this. When I was flying helicopters, people were saying, maybe the female uterus can't take it. Well, we said the same thing about marathon runners before we let women run marathons and said, oh, their uterus can't handle it. Frankly, it's antiquated. We're already there. The military is already doing this. And we're simply allowing these women who are competing in places like Army Ranger School at Fort Benning, who when they finally successfully complete the course and are able to finally proudly wear that Ranger tab, to actually be eligible to join a Ranger regiment. They're sisters in arms in Marine Corps going through the School of Infantry, but even though they passed the enlisted course, they will not be allowed to serve in the infantry. By striking this section, perhaps we can take a step in the right direction. It always strikes me, when I was wounded and I was coming through the halls of Congress talking on veterans issues, I was stopped by members of this House of Representatives who asked me how I felt about women serving in combat. And I looked down at the stumps that were left of my legs, and I wondered, where did they think I had been, in a bar fight? I was in combat, and the women are in combat now, and some women can't handle it as infantrymen, and some men can't handle it as infantrymen. But the fact of the matter is, let them compete. The ones who can make it will make it, and let them proudly do the jobs that they want to do to defend this great nation. We need to stop being surprised that Americans' daughters are just as capable of defending liberty and doing their jobs as well as her sons are. And with that, I yield back, Mr. Chairman.